Hello there. Today we have Vin Singh, CEO of Bullfrog AI, which trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker BFRG. Vin, great to see you again.
Great to see you, Craig. Thank you.
Bullfrog AI uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to help predict which patients will respond to therapies in development, enabling faster development at lower cost. Let's start with an overview of your platform, Vin, and what makes it unique.
So we are a tech-enabled drug development company. We have a proprietary AI that comes from Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab. This is an award-winning technology. It won Innovation of the Year at the Applied Physics Lab. About a month ago, that technology developed by APL was recognized as a finalist in the R&D 100 Award, which is the global Oscars for R&D. That's what it's considered. And we have a publication that APL put out over a year ago that some of our algorithms to the most popular clustering algorithms used in the world. And these algorithms that we've licensed came out on top for speed and accuracy of prediction. So we're starting with a very powerful, rock solid technology from a blue chip institution. And we're very excited about that.
Vin, just how big is the market opportunity your company is addressing?
Well, we know AI as a tool in drug development and clinical development, it's a multi-billion-dollar market. When you look at things like rescuing failed drugs or repurposing existing drugs, that's a market that's in the many billions. When you're talking about rescuing drugs, and we have not done that yet, but this is something we're very interested in. There have been thousands and thousands of drugs that have failed in late-stage clinical trials. And remember, at that point, hundreds of millions of dollars and many years has been invested in each drug. So there's a lot of valuable information there and an opportunity to maybe get some of these drugs to the finish line.
Now let's talk about your business model, Vin. How does Bullfrog AI make money?
We have parallel paths in our business model. We have external projects and we have internal projects. External projects are fee-for-service strategic partnership deals with biotech and pharmaceutical companies where we're able to analyze their proprietary data, make discoveries, uncover insights, find patterns, relationships, potentially help with designing a clinical trial or predicting disease progression so that pharma can better design a clinical trial. And then in-house, we have our own development programs. We've licensed the rights to a couple of drugs, and we have another discovery program. And our model is a little different, though, than a typical biotech in that we look to use our technology to advance these development programs with a partner and then flip those drugs as quickly as possible to pharma. And we're flipping them with instructions that come out of our AI, right? So this is a precision medicine approach to drug development. But our goal is to get in and out of opportunities as quickly as we can, so we're constantly cranking that revenue engine.
In order to do that, you're going to need a great management team, which I know you've got, Vin. Introduce us to the Bullfrog AI team.
Yeah, we have an outstanding team. I say we have a very deep bench. Everybody on the team or most of the people have about 25 plus years of experience coming from different parts of industry and academia. So we have people that are brilliant intellectuals, others that are drug developers, and others that know how to build a business, like coming out of Thermo Fisher Scientific, for example. Our chief commercial officer, he comes out of Thermo Fisher Scientific and Covance. He's had a very successful career building businesses from a few $100 million to over $1 billion for them. Our CFO has more than 40 years of experience, has been CFO of multiple public biotechs. Our chief medical officer comes out of Takeda Pharmaceuticals, and so on and so forth. So it's a great team, great chemistry. And I think, to be successful in this industry, you need that mixture of people with diverse backgrounds and experiences to be successful.
As we record, we're about to enter the fourth quarter of 2023, just a few days away. Tell us what we can expect in the fourth quarter and into 2024, Vin.
Well, we're completely focused on revenue, getting deals done. We expect our pipeline that we've been building aggressively over the past several months to mature and start yielding results. In our space, the sales cycle, it's not days or weeks. It can take 3 to 6 months. And we're at that point now. So we expect to start getting some deals done that are going to be revenue generating deals. We're also aggressively pursuing strategic partners for 2 of our in-house development programs. So we're very excited about the potential there. And we recently announced some exciting news about one of them, our glioblastoma program. We completed an animal study comparing our 2 glioblastoma drugs and got very positive results. Both drugs appear to be effective in shrinking tumors, and one of the drugs has additional advantages. So we think that makes it an even more attractive program for partnering. But that's really the focus the rest of this year and all of next year.
I want to know more about this BF Leap platform. You've added some new collaborations recently, Vin. What do you see happening there?
Yeah, we're really excited about this one. We recently announced a strategic partnership with the Lieber Institute for Brain Development. This is a world-renowned research institution based in Baltimore. They have the largest collection of post-mortem brains in the world, over 4,000. And that's really important because neuropsychiatric disorders are a massive problem. 1 in 8 people on planet Earth have a neuropsychiatric disorder. It's a very big market. There's huge challenges in the development of drugs in that space. And that's because, number one, the brain is an extremely complex organ and very difficult to model. Out of all the organs in the body, it's the one we know the least about. Number two, animal brains are not a good model for human brains, so that presents all kinds of challenges. And number three, you can't biopsy somebody's brain and then study the tissue. So that presents even more challenges and obstacles. So getting access, exclusive access to this massive database, very comprehensive, very deep, robust database of brain information is going to allow us to do things that are going to ultimately lead to revenue for Bullfrog. And that's going to happen a couple ways. We're going to analyze this data across a whole spectrum of neuropsychiatric disorders. And I think 2 big things are going to come out of it. One, we're going to identify clusters of factors that better predict patient disease progression, which will then allow pharma to design a clinical trial that can be successful. So this is a precision medicine approach. The second thing is identifying potential new drug targets for a whole series of neuropsychiatric disorders. Pharma will be interested in screening their library of drugs against these drug targets, and that presents maybe several different opportunities for them. One, existing drugs that they have that are approved, maybe they can be repurposed if there's a hit there. 2, drugs that have failed, maybe they can be revived, okay, if there's a hit there. And 3, it might be a new drug development, new drug discovery program that can be launched based on those findings. So again, this is the first time all of this data is being analyzed with an AI, and we have a very powerful proprietary AI. So it's a combination of 2 great organizations with 2 very powerful strengths, and we're hoping it's going to make a big difference in the world of CNS.
In summary, Vin, what is the essential value proposition? Why should investors take an interest in Bullfrog AI right now?
So the drug development industry is inefficient. There are extremely long development timelines, 10 to 15 years, $1 to $2 billion to develop drugs, and the failure rate is still incredibly high. Using our technology, we intend to do a few things. Number 1, shrink development times. Number 2, shrink the investment required to get a drug through development and to market. And number 3, increase the success rates. And if we do all of that, everybody watching is going to benefit, because then you're going to have more successful drugs that actually work for patients and that are actually affordable. And that's ultimately the goal of what we're doing.
It is an amazing story, Vin, and you tell it very well. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Craig. It's been a pleasure.